Good morning. Welcome to the garden. We start off here with this tomato boxes. This one I have petunias growing around the base. Marigolds in that one. Bunching onions or green onions in this one. This one here you don't see anything. Excuse my fingers. But it has radish seeds sown in it. This one has carrot. That guy there has basil. That guy there has spinach. And this guy here has alyssum, which is an annual flower, more like a ground cover flower. It's white and very fragrant. Gets about 2 inches tall. The point is to create a living mulch around the base of the tomatoes so that it preserves moisture and prevents weeds. Last year, if you remember, I just planted the tomato plant, put weed fabric down and then mulched over it. This year I wanted to try and do something a little different and utilize the space a little bit more. Last year in this big bed I had a big Roma patch growing, Roma tomatoes. This year I created a strawberry patch. And these are ever-bearing strawberries, so I'll get strawberries all year. Well, all summer, not year. They're a little bit smaller, but they'll still be good. And I moved my Romas into these beds here. 2 beds of 4. And from there we go to the pepper plants, which here I have banana peppers, jalapeno, and then these 3 boxes here are red, yellow, and green bells. I used the same seed as last year, and last year I had those gigantic bell peppers. They were so beautiful. I need to reposition here so I get myself out of this. There we go. This bed here has broccoli and cauliflower and a couple petunias for color. And then these 2 long beds here are full of bush beans. I have yellow and green. And behind me here is my sweet corn plot. 6 rows. You can see that back corner there is my open area. I still have to work that up and do something with it. Kind of wanted to find some rhubarb to put in there, but I haven't found any rhubarb that was affordable. They want $6 and $7 a pot for it. Seems a little expensive. Last year I got some rhubarb seed from a friend, but it didn't take. This bed here is my green cabbage and my red cabbage. A couple marigolds thrown in for color. And here is my super raised cucumber bed. I'm going to try it again to let the cucumbers just trail off the edge and then down onto the ground wherever they need to go. And in this trellis bed I have my sugar snap peas, and on the back side I planted some morning glories. So once the peas are done, the whole thing should be covered in flowers. Behind that is where I'm going to create my compost pile. I'm going to take a pallet, probably 2 pallets or so, cut them in half, and just make a small crib to put all my spent used vegetable peelings and whatnot. And you can see I got a little pile of carrots that expired, so I threw them in there. My asparagus is doing well. I decided not to pick it this year. It's better to let them go a couple of years, let them establish before you start chopping them down and eating them. It was real hard not to cut these guys off and eat them this spring. Real hard. And then on the back side of my asparagus I have pumpkins. zucchini, and squash. I mound up the soil, plant it, and then I cover it in grass clippings to help preserve the moisture. Now if you can see the little dark spots in and around these grass piles, those are sunflowers. I planted 5 to 8 sunflowers in each little circle. And so this whole area will be all covered in vines full of veggies, and I'll have sunflowers popping out of it. And that is it for now. This area right here is still bare. I'm going to plant some dill and probably a watermelon plant in here. There's the beehives. Got their 3rd, 4th stack yesterday. They're doing well. You can hear my ducks over in the neighbor's yard. You see his head coming down the lane. Come on, Louie. Come on, Louie. Lulu's been hiding over here in this tall grass. And he has a fit because he can't find her. I think she goes in there just to get away from him. And there's Remington. There goes Remington. He's going to go mess with the duck. The duck will chase him. Watch. Buddies. So cute. Come on, Rem. I'm going to pause you and I'll turn around so you don't get seasick. Alright, zip back over to the house real quick. I wanted to show you my somewhat weedy flower garden. I put this lattice up the other day. The object being is I want that trumpet flower vine right there to start growing all the way up the lattice, and eventually I'd like it to cover the whole back side of the house. All this area right here. The sun beats on it and it just gets so hot. Last year I had put screws into the siding and wrapped wire on it to let the vine grow up, but the siding got so hot that it cooked the vine. So this year I screwed blocks to the siding and then put the lattice on top of the siding to create an air gap and also shade the siding to keep it from crisping out. This crazy duck. Excuse my spin here. Louie, what are you doing? He's still on the hunt for Lulu. He thinks I know where she's at, so he's going to follow me around. So anyways, I have my Coreopsis here. And then I have some Russian sage in the back there, those two. The trumpet vine. Purple coneflower there and there. Looks like one of them died. I think some yellow dog peed on it. And then all my black-eyed Susans here. And we'll go back this way. Today Mama's going to pick up some shrub roses. We're going to stick right here on this corner. Forgive the weeds. I just got this bed marked out and dug out last year. I haven't done anything with it yet. I've been saving up to try to get some plants put in here. A big beautiful rhododendron and some ferns growing at the base of it. The ferns were here when I moved in. I've been trying to salvage them. So we'll fill this area up here with some beautiful shrub roses. And then I have a butterfly bush I bought last year on clearance that I'm going to put right here in this open spot. Caitlin's little butterfly garden. Even though my baby's going off to college in a few months, I'll always have something I can look at and think of her. And over here I have my ground cover sedum, which did really good. And it's really cool to see these rocks just kind of peeking out of it. And I just have some Stella de Oro daylilies tucked underneath the steps there. My hostas are doing real good. Oak leaf hydrangea there and back there. That one back there has been struggling ever since I planted it. I'll give it a couple weeks, see what happens. If not, I'll replace it. And there's some more ground cover sedum here. This stuff didn't take off as good as that stuff did. Again, I think some dog's been peeing on it. There's Louie on the hunt again. Gunner and Remy. And we picked up these hanging baskets last year, Mama did. She got them like dirt cheap, like $1 or something a piece, so she bought a bunch of them. We got to get those filled up with flowers. Put out here, sit on the patio. Oh, someone was drinking a beer there yesterday. Naughty, naughty. Smoker. I gotta still make some deer sausage, and I can put that away for the summer. And a brief shot of the backyard, the chicken and duck yard. Got to plant flowers in the shed still. My swingy bench way out there. My hammock on those 2 tree stumps where I cut down. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed.